Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nomad Programming. Thanks to the World Wide Web platform, it provided us with enormous space to share and display information, creating new job opportunities, and as it said, the entire world is now a small village in the palm of your hand. There are endless websites, applications, and platforms out there. The web is growing rapidly with demands and popularity every day. If you would like to be a part of building and creating creative solutions, then join me to dive into the world of web development. What is web development? The term development refers to constructing and performing tasks associated with creating, building, and maintaining websites and web applications running on a browser. It also may include designing, programming, and database management. What is a website? A website is a set of related web pages that are located under a single domain name. It usually contains hyperlinks and is designed to display information such as text, images, or videos. It is typically published by a single individual, a company, an organization, an educational institution, or a government. What is a web application? It is an application program that is stored on a remote server and delivered over the internet through a browser interface. There, all devices such as computers, mobiles, and tablets can access these applications as long these devices are connected to the internet. Web apps are designed to be responsive, and that means applications will fit the device's screen size and look presentable. Web apps such as Facebook, Google Maps, Netflix, Yahoo, and many others. Who is the web developer? A web developer is responsible for building a programming website and web applications to perform tasks. Web developers typically specialize in either front-end, client-side development or back-end, server-side development. Some professionals do both, and they're called full-stack developers. Web developers work on implementing visual designs and layouts, integrating graphics and content, optimizing website performance and capacity, and testing to ensure solid performance across any type of computer, mobile, or device screen. No matter their exact job, all web developers would be expected to understand how to write code in some widely used programming languages, including JavaScript, HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, and more. It's also likely that any web developer would spend a lot of time collaborating and communicating with others on larger development teams, including software developers, web designers, project managers, and other stakeholders. There are three main types of web development: front-end, back-end, and full-stack development. What is front-end development? Front-end development typically focuses on website or web app interface, the visual and design elements which anticipate and fully appreciate user needs and behavior. As the name suggests, front-end or client-side development involves the programming of what will be visible to the user. Front-end developers will usually need to possess a solid understanding of programming languages including HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as frameworks like React, Bootstrap, Backbone, AngularJS, and EmberJS. Responsibilities of a front-end developer would include creating responsive websites that look and function well on any device, conducting website testing and fixing any bug detected, and ensuring site structure. What does a front-end web developer do? Because front-end development is responsible for what you can see on a website, it's often confused with web design. Although front-end developers don't design websites, they are the link between design and technology that can turn an idea into an interactive web page. Front-end developer responsibility responsibilities. Here are some of the basic tasks that a front-end developer may be responsible for. Working with graphic designers, UX designers, or web designers to help ensure design ideas can be made into a website that is easy to use. Transforming design, sketches, or wireframes for a website into code that a web browser can read and display on your screen. Structuring a website so that it is easy to find through a search engine. This is part of search engine optimization or SEO. Developing websites that work and look good on any screen, from 24-inch computer monitors to 5-inch smartphone screens. This is called responsive design. Testing websites and fixing bugs or other issues. What is back-end development? Back-end development is focused on how these websites or web apps work. A back-end developer creates the basic framework or a website before maintaining it and ensuring it performs the way it should, including database interactions, user authentication, server, network and hosting configurations, and business logic. Working behind the scenes or server side, backend developers are concerned with the systems and structures that allow computer applications to perform as desired. The primary responsibility of backend developers is to ensure the functionality of the site, including its responsiveness and speed. To do that, backend developers have to know how to build servers with modern frameworks while developing custom APIs and serving static websites and files, and how to manage databases and data on a web server. Typically, backend developers use server-side programming languages including PHP, Ruby, and Python, as well as tools including MySQL, Oracle, and Git. Developers can also choose to specialize in mobile applications development and work primarily on Android and iOS apps. Using languages like HTML5, C++, and Java, developers who focus on app development need to consider a few different approaches, such as swiping functionality, scrolling dimensions, and other standardized app design elements. What is a full stack developer? A full stack developer is someone familiar with both front and back end development. Full stack developers usually understand a wide variety of programming languages, and because of their versatility, they might be given more of a leadership role on a project. What makes a good web developer? As mentioned before, web development is involved both front end and back end, which means it is important for the developer to have a good eye for designing and coding. I know that there are few who would disagree on that point, but in my opinion, focusing on one side only is not enough to build a dynamic and responsive website or an interactive web app. A good developer has to be flexible. When it comes to choosing which language you should learn, there are three basic must-learn languages, which are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But you would have to seek other frameworks out there if you want to make your work look unique and interactive. Also, learning and updating your skills will not stop at some point because the technology itself is being updated every time. A good developer should be curious and asks why and how. A lot of digging deep is an important characteristic. Another good characteristic is seeking help as a web developer when your code works, or perhaps more importantly, when it doesn't. You should be comfortable asking superiors, colleagues, or clients questions to ensure you understand expectations and requirements and that your work is on the right track. This leads us to another important skill, communication. You must be able to relate to both your client and your team. A great web developer is also a great listener, adept at really understanding what everyone involved, from clients to stakeholders and finally to end users, wants. Also, web developers not only work with other web developers, web designers, and engineers, but also with other teams across your company. Web developers might find themselves working closely with marketing, support, or sales team, or working directly with clients. So you must be a team player, whether you're working remotely or alongside your team. Collaboration and communication with your peers and stakeholders are paramount to success. We have reached the end of today's video. I hope the information was useful. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for the next video.